You know the vibes. It's your boy Litty Willie, and today we got Lo4Short
Lo4Short
in the building. What's going on?
Another day, man.
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar.
Another day, another dollar, another blessing.
Amen.
You dig me? Before we get started, I want to shout out Yes Taxes. We in the building of Yes Taxes right now.
Mm-hmm.
Proud sponsor. They look out. They let us shoot. They let us talk our shit. They let us drink. If you're looking to do your taxes, it's very simple. Just go to Instagram and type in YES Taxes. The only name, like, it's so simple. And they're giving out your maximum refund. You're getting the max money. No fake shit. You're not going to have to run from the IRS after you do your taxes with them. You're good. Your money. Shout out to fucking Yes Taxes. For sure, listen to me. Born and raised in Miami, where?
So, I done been all over Dade County, right? Mm-hmm. So, my mom originally moved here from Wisconsin. So, when they first got here, they moved in, like, the South Miami Heights area, right? So, that was like 90, 91 maybe. And then I was born in 98, so they actually came down to Homestead. So we done lived all the way from Florida City, Homestead, Naranja, Prince. Bro, we done lived everywhere down south. So
Everywhere.
I don't necessarily claim no hood from down south. I'm just from down south. I'm Dade County born and raised. That's all I am.
So it's best to say that when people say, "Oh, where you from?" The South.
Down south.
Down south. How was it growing up in all those areas? Because now you got Naranja, like you said, Florida City, Homestead. How was it?
It's different. It's different than what it is like right now. Everybody was closer back then. You feel me? Like, it wasn't like now. You feel like you damn near like a lone wolf on your own out here. You feel me? It's
right.
Not like it ain't no community no more. You know, ain't no really no events. It ain't stuff going on like that how it used to be. It's just every man for themselves, God for us all. Nah, you feel me?
What do you think made it like that? You think it was the drugs? You think it's the influence? You think it's the internet? What made shit like that?
I think society as a whole done like really shifted more towards this way of living. To be honest, like everything you need is on your iPhone. So what you gonna need to go ask your neighbor for? Well, you know what you need to talk to the next person about.
Right.
You don't even gotta go to the store no more. You order it, they gonna bring it to your crib.
Right.
So you don't gotta leave the house no more.
So it closed people out. It shelters people.
Exactly.
Most memorable childhood memory.
Most memorable childhood memory.
Yes. In all those places, you gotta have one that sticks out.
It's probably MLK parade, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The MLK parade used to be jumping when I was a youngin', bro.
Yeah.
Bro, they used to be out there going crazy on the dirt bikes and the 4-wheelers and I'm a fat dude, so you know the fool used to be going crazy.
You act like I'm skinny.
And the fool used to be going crazy on the strip, man. It really used to be like a real deal great time. Before all the guns and shit, before they started like tripping over there, you know.
Right.
It used to be a real deal, like a real good time. You used to look forward to Martin Luther King Day.
So you talk about food when you was in those days. What was your favorite meal when you get out?
Comforters.
Comfort, okay.
Comforters, easy.
You just like you snapped right there. You didn't even think about it. You didn't think about it.
Easy, comforters.
Hardest obstacle that you overcame as a child in that area.
Let's say I feel like I was raised differently. Mm-hmm. Like, I'll never say I'm better than nobody. That's not what I mean. But, like, certain people lived a certain lifestyle, right? And I live with both of my parents in my household. So, I never really had to go through some struggles that other people had to face. Maybe my peers or nothing, you know. Like, some people, real deal, they struggled their entire life. Like, I had it easy compared to some people, you feel me? So, finding people that I related to, like, I was in that middle ground. Like, I was making more money than a lot of people around me, but I was too broke to go around people in, like, Palmetto or Kendall, shit like that, you know? So, I kind of, like, felt like an outsider a lot of the times, you know what I mean? But,
you didn't fit in.
Yeah, basically.
There weren't too many people in your spectrum.
Exactly, like, so I stuck around family for the most part.
11th grade, family lost, Section 8?
Bro, I hate even
speaking
about that shit sometimes. No, but it's good. Like, that's why I'm glad. Like, I came out with the album and shit. It helped me get a lot of shit off of my chest. Like, a lot of shit that I had just held within for all these years. 11th grade, like, I see that shit now. That shit was bro, I graduated in 2016, so that's what, 2014, 2015. We in 2025.
Yeah, 10 years ago, decade.
Bro, it's crazy to think about, but Yeah, I was living in the ranch at the time, and Country Star, as a matter of fact, bro. And it's crazy because that shit happened like right before school started. It's like the worst possible scenario. Like, I gotta give it up to my mama, bro. Like, she figured out a way to make that shit happen for us. She found us a new crib.
Quick,
bro, moved us out that shit, U-Haul van, just like that, bro.
Yeah.
My mom, my pops, I gotta give it up to them. I love y'all so much, man.
Figured it out.
Bro, they figured it out.
So then, senior year, you get kicked out?
No, high school, nah.
No?
Nah.
You didn't get kicked out? No years?
No, we got kicked out of the place, the section.
Oh, because that's what they kicked
right,
you.
Exactly.
Okay. You did say one thing, though, on one of your tracks, which was people were out your senior year, talking about your senior, going back to your senior, was everybody's partying, having fun, and you're stressing, working, clocking in.
Bro. And I think that leads back to another place where I never felt like I really fit in with a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
They used to be telling me, come pop out to this party, let's go to this kickback, let's do this, let's do that. I'm like, bro, I gotta go to work. Like,
yeah. Senior.
I have to go to work.
Right.
Like, I don't even know how I make the time playing football and everything. Like, I had to go to work and help my parents, bro, because that whole situation we was going through, it wiped out their savings, bro. So everything they had to spend it to get us into a new place for the school year and shit.
Right.
So that whole year I was working to help my parents and shit.
So what was your first job, or where were you working?
My first job was a Lorica, bro. Do you remember the call center?
Yeah,
PRC?
Color Ridge.
Bro.
Shout to Smiles Official. He's from there.
Yeah? Say swear.
He's from Color Ridge. So he knows a lot about Lorica. A lot of girl problems in the Lorica.
Oh man. Listen, bro. Stop doing that shit at y'all workplace, man. Y'all gotta stop. Leave that. Stop shitting where you. Well, how it go? Stop shitting where you eat.
Shit where you eat. Do you know a person named William, tall, skinny with dreads?
William.
Tall, real tall.
I probably have to see him.
He looked like Future. But he was like a manager, Lord. He was a good my friend. He was heavy on the PRC. Yeah. If you see him, you probably know him.
Exactly. I'll probably recognize him.
So going back to Lorica. That was your first job. So your senior year, where were you working?
That's where I was at.
Oh, yeah, was that there?
Yeah.
Okay. How was the hours and the time and the money?
So they did it to where I don't know how they do it now, but they had it to where you could basically work kind of how you wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have to go in after school, but they encourage you to work overtime and stuff as much as you want.
Right.
But obviously I couldn't make that stuff happen.
Mm-hmm.
So really I would just be going to work after school and then on the weekends for the most parts.
Little did you know you were getting training, media training, because you were speaking to people on the phone. Like, bro, it's training.
Everything in life that you go through really can be applied to other things
if you use it. That's a fact. Amen.
Right.
Ain't fucking man. Because a lot of people don't know. I mean, I'm glad you say that, being the young man you are, because a lot of people don't understand that jobs, as shitty as they may be in the beginning, these are things that are going to give you the tools you need to succeed further.
For sure.
Man on the Moon, The Legend of Mr. Rager. You stated that this album helped you a lot, and taught you how to be open, to speak out, be more. Tell me why.
First of all, shout out Kid Cudi, man. You probably ain't gonna see this, but you changed a lot of people's lives that you probably never know, bro.
He will.
And I think he came from under that like Kanye West cloth, you know, of people making it more like being more able to express yourself on a song as opposed to just being rapping about the streets or trapping or doing whatever it is you're doing. Just being vulnerable on music, man. Kid Cudi speaks a lot about like what's the word I'm looking for? Depression. He speaks a lot about depression, right? Mental health and everything. And a lot of rappers, a lot of people that you look up to don't really speak on it, especially men. Like, I feel like mental health issues and depression for men is really bad. Like, people really do not speak on that shit.
Yes.
So to have somebody who was able to go out there and be vulnerable and speak on his pain and what he's going through, that shit was like a beacon almost, because I used to be going through like confidence issues and you know, back then, you know, in 11th grade and 12th grade, it got a little bit better because I started like working out and playing football and shit.
Yeah.
But just as far as knowing what's going on or how I'm feeling at the time, Kid Cudi really helped me through some dark times, man.
Dope.
Real shit.
So with that said, I want to know, in your opinion, how powerful is music?
So powerful. Music can bring you out of dark places, man. It really can. it can bring light to the dark. Like, it can change. It's inspirational. I don't think there's words to describe how powerful music really is, bro. Like, I don't know. What am I talking about? I don't know. Michael Jackson, right?
Right.
Michael Jackson used to have people fainting before he started performing, bro.
Yeah.
That's just off of the aura, just of how talented and how great his music really was. So just think about that. You got people fainting, and he ain't started singing yet.
Let's go back further. Vikings used to take over countries beating on drums before they used to go to war.
Terrified. They used to be terrified.
Terrified.
Yes,
See what I'm saying? I mean, we can go back even further where, like, let's go a little forward. In the Civil War, we had a person on the front line playing the drums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the drummer boy that was on the front lines?
Right.
They couldn't they could get killed, but there was like an unspoken rule that you
honor and stuff like that. Yeah.
So you got a whole war going on, and you sitting there like,
and he's not even scared. That's the crazy part.
No, he's not scared. But those are just like examples of how powerful music really is, and you don't have to speak the same language, but you can sit in the room with people from 30 different countries and play a song, and everybody can vibe to that song, and everybody can come together and just have a good time by that song.
Yes, bro.
And you don't even know what you're saying, but it just sounds good. What was your... All right, so you know when dope fiends take dope for the first time and they get that best feeling, and you know how they say you'll never get that first high again? Mm. What was your first feeling of hip-hop? What was your first introduction of hip-hop that you heard and you said, oh my God, I love this shit?
So, I will say this, right? I think I actually got into music a little later.
Okay.
Like, I ain't gonna say I got into it later. I think I started to comprehend how good music could be a little bit later. A lot of people might get mad at me at this, but the old Drake, bro, like, he used to really be spitting. Like,
we don't care what people feel. This is the Litty Show, bro. We say what we want. We don't care how people feel.
Bro, Drake used to be spitting like real shit back in the day. I think about a song, Say What's Real.
Yep.
Everybody talks, everybody listens, but somehow the truth always comes up missing. That's some real shit. Like, that shit that is mind blowing how creative that people can be with their music and stuff. But yeah, man, it's crazy.
Back then, I want to say 2007. I don't know where were you at that time, but in 2007, 2007, I was listening to Drake, and I used to tell people, bro, this guy right here is gonna be the biggest star. Like, he's gonna be the biggest rapper rap has ever seen. And like, bro, what the fuck? Now, mind you, this guy's singing, he's rapping. Like, bro, what the fuck? Like, you're crazy, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm telling you, like, I've always had an ear for music. So when I hear something, like, I'm like, oh yeah, this is gonna go. Depending on how consistent and how much but I can hear a good thing. I can hear a good thing and know it's a good thing. Now, if you don't pursue it, that's different. Then you didn't do it. But they should tell us, like, bro, this guy, I'm telling you right now, this guy's gonna be like, he's gonna be bigger than Jay. He's gonna be bigger. He's gonna be like this massive star. And they're like, bro, what do you think? I said, bro, you gotta understand, he's singing and he's rapping. He's not black. He's not white. He's not Spanish. Like, he falls into every category you can think of.
Can't put him in a box.
You can't put him in the box. He raps his ass off. He sings his ass off. And then on top of that, the dudes fuck with him and the females fuck with him. I said that's one of the hardest things to balance male and female, because you might be, you know, a rapper, but you only fucking with thugs, and thugs only fuck with you, or vice versa. You're just a soft rapper one the females listen to, but you can't ride in your car that's playing. You can't ride in your car and listen to Trey Songz with another dude. But you can ride in the car and listen to Drake. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's on some singing shit, like, but you still. And that's why I was like, bro, like, so. Long story short, going back to what you said, fuck what people think. I don't care about. This is just a wave that they're dick riding now because of the whole Kendrick Lamar and Drake shit. But it's gonna go back. What was your first? Well, no. Let's go one more question. When you were younger, what was your favorite rapper? Who was your favorite rapper?
When I was younger,
and this is before you heard Drake. Were you listening to hip hop before you heard Drake, or no? You can be honest.
Honestly, I can't remember.
No.
Mm-mm.
So Drake was that first.
So it started with like Drake and Kid Cudi.
Okay.
So before I even started to like, that's like I started deeper diving when I started getting to Kanye and J. Cole and everything. It really started with Drake and Kid Cudi for real. When I think about it.
I mean, you had a good introduction. Kid Cudi. I mean, you had a good introduction for sound. So that's one way to go. What was your first studio track you recorded?
Oh man.
First studio track.
Studio.
Not first track.
Oh, okay. My first studio track.
Like you went into a studio and you recorded it.
Whew. I think it was under my other rap name. It was.
Oh, wait, no, skip. Next question. I'm not gonna let you do that yet. Hold on. I'm not gonna let you do that because then you're gonna go into my questions.
Okay.
You speak on pain and you speak on love a lot, which I fuck with heavy.
Yeah.
So my question is, who was your first love and who was your first heartbreak?
My first love was Isabel from the 7th grade. I miss you, girl. Nah, but
first heartbreak?
Probably my baby mama, bro.
Baby mama?
Yeah.
So you're not together no more?
Nah.
No. Okay. All right. That's fair enough. And I think it'll probably be one of the toughest ones considering that's your kid's mother. So exactly. I tell people that because my ex-wife, because she was my wife, so ex-wife. I don't care now, but biggest lesson you learned from love?
Stay true to yourself. Never change for no one else, right? You go out there, you find somebody who loves you for you. Don't try and become what somebody else wants. You just be yourself. Find somebody who wants you. Hopefully I'm speaking up loud enough right now.
Nah, you good. No, I'm saying talk your shit.
Nah, but I feel like a lot of things go wrong when you try and conform to what someone else wants you to be.
Right. Right.
As opposed to just being yourself. I think that's why I went wrong with that relationship. I wasn't perfect in it too.
No, none of us are. Yeah, and you were young.
Exactly.
You were young.
Bro, we... 1920, I think we met.
Yeah.
And then we had our baby the year after that. So
happened. All right. So before I did cut you off, I'm gonna bring it back and say K Dog, FITB, FITB K Dog. So first question is K Dog. Why did we change K Dog?
I feel like that was unauthentic. Okay. Honestly. The stuff I used to be rapping about and everything, it was more so of like me and the homies, we would get high, go to the studio, and whatever came. Yeah. But that music back then, it really lacked substance, you know? Like this music I'm making now, I'm so much more prouder of it because it's real, it's authentic, it's coming from my soul. Like,
did you know back then it did lack substance, or do you listen to it now and say it did lack substance?
I listen to it now and I just cringe. Like I can't honestly, I can't really listen to it. And it's not cringe as in bad,
right?
Like
it's just not you right now.
The words and the wordplay, they're not bad at all.
Right.
Like the deliveries and stuff might be all for it. If we fumble up, we never went back and fixed it because we didn't care. We just understood how. But like just listening to it, I'm just like, nah, man, that ain't me. I think that's why I did the whole rebrand back into Lo4Short and everything.
And FITB was that was your first project?
Yeah.
SoundCloud still, you know that, right?
Yeah.
It's still there. You know that? Oh, okay. Just making sure it's still there.
I ain't gonna delete it because that's what I was talking about with Matt. Like everything you've done in your past is part of who you are now.
It's a fact. It's a fact. Don't ever delete it. Don't ever delete it. When did you start taking the music seriously? And what made you? On top of that, sorry, two-part question.
No, you good. So I have to admit, right? Like a lot of people say that they don't seek validation or they don't care what nobody else thinks. I seek validation. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So like especially from my peers and like my close friends or my family. So when I made my song Broken Perspectives, and I was scared to put it out, to be honest. Like even though I knew I went to the studio and I made something I feel like might be up there with some of the best stuff I've ever created, I still didn't feel good enough to post it until I sent it to everybody, and everybody's like, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like your storytelling is crazy. Like you know, you telling real deal, like you need to do this, like you need to pursue it. So then once they gave me that green, I'm like, boom, okay, let's do it.
Good.
So I started going to the studio more and more. So I don't want to roll into too much like extra questions, but that's how.
No, this is your show, bro. This is your show. We're gonna get into the album too. Yeah. So but this is your show. Don't ever feel like nothing.
For sure.
First drinking game.
Okay.
You ready?
Let's get it.
All right. So, where were you? And if you get this wrong, you gotta take the shot.
Okay.
If you get it right, I gotta take the shot.
Okay.
Where were you, October 9th, 2015?
Me?
Yeah.
How would you know where I was October 9th, 2015?
Because I'm a good podcaster and I'm a journalist. I know what the fuck I be talking about.
October 9th, 2015. 2015. That's junior year. Homecoming?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
That was the answer. Homecoming. I even got the picture you put with the 3 pictures on there when we get off of here. I'll take the shot. I gave you too much time. You were supposed to take it off the rip, but yes, homecoming. I did my homework though.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
You got it right. Let me take my shot. You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show, the Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibes, man.
So we're gonna get into facts of the week. So every episode we do facts of the week. We talk about what's going on in the world, in the entertainment business, and then I bring up the topic, and I want you to give me some feedback on it. Now, as being a rapper, I know sometimes you can't talk on certain things because you don't want to get involved with the bullshit, so you can't say this next. But so on a good note, YFN Lucci released from jail today.
You want to hear some crazy shit, bro?
Yeah, I want to hear it, definitely.
Bro, he dropped Wish Me Well 3, and I didn't know.
Really?
Like, and you know how long I was waiting on that fucking album?
You waited so hard you didn't get it.
Bro, I was waiting on Wish Me Well 3 since fucking high school.
Right.
And he dropped that shit and nobody knew. When I told all my dogs, I'm like, bro, you know this nigga dropped this shit? Nobody said nothing. But happy that he out of jail. I hate to see any black man in jail, you feel me? Ain't no place for nobody.
Except for pedophiles.
Except for pedophiles. They need to go under the jail.
Under the jail. You good, bro? You good? Walk around. You good? we got the lawyer in the building, handling all cases. Looks like 2025 though. It looks like we're gonna have a lot of people, getting out of jail. Hopefully clearing their cases.
Yeah.
Some people, like you said, we don't want to see people in jail, but some people need that sit your ass down and relax so you can understand, because as being rich, as being a millionaire, billionaire, whatever it is, you should be able to know how to act too. So if it takes you to sit down for a little bit, I don't wish nobody to jail, but at the same time, sometimes the motherfucker needs to be sat down and say, yo, you gotta relax.
I do. I wish some of y'all niggas go to jail. Yeah. Keep PDD ass. Stay in jail. Robert too.
Yachty says, call it glazing, but Drake's my brother, and I'm not switching sides. When they asked him about switching on Club Shay Shay, so Shannon Sharp asked him on his podcast, will he be switching on Drake like everybody else did? And he's like, nah, call it glazing, but that's my brother.
Switching, I think, is like a crazy word to use for it. I feel like if he been down with Drake since however long they been down, and from what I heard, the reference tracks and everything, so they really locked in with each other, I commend them, man. Just stay loyal to your people. If you know the real him, if you know the things that Kendrick is saying ain't really true, then rock with your mans, bro.
So that's my next question. Do you feel that a lot of people have switched up on Drake just for the wave?
I think I'm glad that you said the last word, the wave.
Yeah.
I feel like people in the world nowadays want to do whatever everybody else is doing. Like, they so afraid to stand on their own opinion that they just gonna follow whatever everybody else feels. Me personally, Kendrick won the beef, right? I'm not gonna say fuck Drake and everything he's ever done.
Right.
Drake is one of the most influential people that I've listened to. Drake changed hip hop as a whole.
You won the battle, but you didn't win the war.
Facts.
I would say that. Right or wrong?
Who won the battle?
Well, Kendrick won all the battles.
That's what I was gonna say.
Kendrick won all the battles, but the overall war is. And I'm not asking, like, don't agree with me because you are on my show. Right. I want you to debate with me.
No, I did. That's why I asked you. That's why. What you mean by that?
So my thing is, I tell people like this. Kendrick needed that because Kendrick is here. Obviously, Drake's here when it comes to selling.
Okay, 100%.
Selling,
okay.
Like selling Drake's here.
Right, 100%.
Kendrick needed that to get up a little bit more.
Okay,
right?
I can see that.
So I told people with GNX was dope, but that's the last time I want to hear about Drake from Kendrick. After that, it's overkill.
You need to let it die.
That's it. Like I love The Game. The Game is the best rapper from the West next to Ice Cube, but his name is tainted because he just cries so much about 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Like,
I see what you're saying.
why are you still talking? Like, you sound like an angry ex-girlfriend.
Talent wise, he's talented as fuck, but he, like, that's what he gets that moniker of corny. Like, you need to sometimes you gotta just let go and let God.
Well, how many times do you want to say that Drake sucks? How many times? Like, how many times are we gonna hear this?
That's real now.
Now you're basing your career on rapping on Drake.
Right.
You feel me? What I'm saying? So if the next album, if I'm okay with a couple bars, but if he has a song or a couple songs about Drake, are you still gonna look at Kendrick the same?
Yeah. I mean, to me, right? To me,
okay.
Kendrick is the best rapper ever. To me,
Ever. Like,
ever.
between all rappers ever in the world that ever existed.
Ever.
Better than Tupac.
Ever.
Better than Biggie.
Oh wait. Okay. Should I? Maybe I need to define. Do I need to define? Right.
You gotta be careful with those words. Ever.
Are we
is
talking about
ever.
like deliveries and stuff too, or are we talking about with the pen?
You said rapper.
Okay, my fault. Let me clarify. Kendrick Lamar, to me, my opinion, Lo4Short's opinion, is the greatest lyricist.
Okay.
To me.
Okay. To you.
That's what that man does with his pen, crazy,
nasty,
deadly.
Okay.
Okay, but let me clarify that. You're right. You're absolutely right. It's
you hear smiles in the
There's some
background.
goated rappers to grace us, but lyricists, how sharp they are with their pen, Kendrick got that.
Okay.
So it ain't really much he can do to tarnish his legacy unless he goes full on crash out like the game did. But I don't think Kendrick don't be bothering nobody until they poke the bear.
Right. But then you poke the bear, and then see, because I also believe that it becomes then a high of I'm so good, and it's continue on like just I'm Drake. Like, bro, we don't want to hear about Drake no more. I like. I'm a Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
Like, mind you, I am a Kendrick fan.
Yeah.
I want to hear Good Kid, Mad City. I don't want to hear You're Not Like Us. I'd rather listen to Good Kid, Mad City all day. I think Not Like Us is a corny track, in my opinion.
Teacher's on.
If it was a good diss track, yes, agreed, 100%.
Right.
Do I want to hear Not Like Us in the Super Bowl? No.
But is it because of like the content of it, or like?
It's just I don't believe that diss tracks should be commercial.
Got you.
In my opinion.
So you didn't like back to back songs like that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, it was cool when I heard it. Like, it was cool. Like, I heard
this song shouldn't be repeated over and over. You should be able to listen to it once. Like, I don't want to listen to music for a little bit, type shit.
I hear it. I'm like, yo, you fucking destroyed him. Like, damn, bro. But do I want to hear it when I'm driving to work?
Right.
Do I want to hear it in the club?
Right.
Like, no, I don't want to hear it. Now, the only song that I can say that, like, and shout out to the West Coast, because the only other commercial song that went crazy, like, on a diss was, like, Tupac Hit 'Em Up. Tupac Hit 'Em Up was like was another just a crazy, and I'm not a Tupac fan. People hate me for that. You know, he just said they're gonna hate me for this. I'm not a Tupac fan. It's okay, but Hit 'Em Up, bro. Yeah. You was going to the corner store. You heard Hit 'Em Up. You probably go to Winn Dixie and you heard Hit 'Em Up, the clean version. Bro. Like, crazy. It was everywhere. Another fact of the week: Jake Paul versus Logan Paul. They got it going. It's finally gonna happen.
Jake Paul, they finna fight each other.
Yeah, they're gonna fight each other. Yeah, no, that's it. It's going down.
So who finna pay more to throw the fight? That's the question. That's the question.
I don't know, but hey, smart move.
You can't lose.
You got a brother?
It's going to the Paul. Yeah, I got two.
All right. So who's closest age to you?
My older brother.
Okay, so if they paid you and your brother $50 million, y'all not gonna box each other?
If he give me a bigger cut of his cake, he can whoop my ass.
I'd rather have my brother whoop my ass than a stranger whoop my ass.
Feel me? Get paid to do it. Why not?
ASAP Rocky trial. You know what's going on with that?
I heard a little bit of it.
So his partner ASAP Relly, allegedly they got into an argument.
Right.
Allegedly ASAP Rocky shot him. Allegedly. And now he's on trial because Relly went and called the cops, and now he's suing him criminally, not civilly. Like, he's not doing this for money.
He wanted him to go to jail.
He wanted him to go to jail. So then one of the lawyers asked Relly, is it snitching that you are suing ASAP Rocky for shooting you or allegedly shooting you? And his answer was, would you call the cops and snitch on somebody if they shot at you? So,
I mean, he got a point. It depends on what caused it. Or I guess it doesn't depend on what caused it. If somebody shoot at you, you're going to do something about it, inevitably.
So if you get into it with your partners, you call the cops if they shoot you? Or shoot at you, excuse me?
I probably don't call the cops. So I don't think I would be in that situation.
Okay, smart answer. You're a smart young man.
I try.
You're a smart young man. I like that one. And last one. We can talk on this because we are some big fellas.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Okay.
Dank DeMoss, the 400, 500 pound rapping girl from, I think, Detroit. She's very large, very large.
With the Uber situation?
Yeah,
like the
Lyft. Yeah, she's probably as big as this couch. And this is not fat shaming because we're fat, so we can talk about this. Or we're big, excuse me, for you lighthearted people. But anyway, the Lyft came to pick her up. Now, she's very big. She's very obese, morbidly obese. And the Lyft guy was like, listen, this is not happening. Like, you can't get in. Like, the nigga should have really said it's just physically impossible for you to get in this car, but he wasn't mean about it. I watched the video. He was nice. He said, look, you can't. So she is now suing Lyft because of this. Now, mind you, if you go on a plane and you don't fit in one seat, you gotta pay for the second seat, right?
Okay.
And now, if you're big enough to where you don't fit in a whole row in a plane, they're gonna tell you can't fly.
Okay.
We're not discriminating against you.
Right.
Your big ass just don't fit in this motherfucker, so we ain't gonna. So tell me how you feel about this. Go ahead. Now that I've vented, go.
First of all, what is her like? What is her case like? Discrimination?
Yeah, discrimination. Yeah. She's saying that they discriminate her because she's big.
That's fucking hilarious. Listen, baby, just eat less. Eat some different shit.
No, wait.
That's crazy.
I got a friendlier thing. Order an Uber XL. They sell big cars to pick you up.
She might be able to climb in that motherfucker. Like, you know,
bro,
they come with a Yukon or some shit.
They sell big Ubers. It's called XL. Lyft XL big.
It's gonna be like a big ass, like a Malibu or not a Malibu, a Chevrolet or like a Tahoe or something.
Yeah.
She gonna have to climb up and get in, right? How's she gonna do that?
She wasn't getting it. How's she gonna get in that Mercedes that she was trying to get into?
On the hood.
She wasn't getting in that. And they saying that the driver, you know who was the driver of that car?
Who that?
That doctor from 600 Pound Life.
No.
The little short guy.
For real?
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know he had a solution for it.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All jokes aside, bro, suing for discrimination, I hate to tell you guys this, like, obesity is something that can be controlled. It can. It sucks. It's hard.
Yeah.
It sucks for a crack addict to go through withdrawals to cut off crack. So I do understand that it's hard to stop eating, and there's different medical things, but at the end of the day, you can't push your bad decision on somebody else and then try
100%.
to sue them for it. You know what I'm saying? That's 100%. Your choice. Your choice. So it is what it is. So that's the facts of the week.
That's hilarious, man.
The price of love. What is the actual price of love? Talk to me.
It's too big to pay, man. It's priceless. Can't pay it.
Can't pay it. We can't afford it.
Can't afford it.
Let me start off with broken perspective. The track.
Let's do it.
That track. Street bars. How did it get there? First of all, what got to that point?
Shout out to Street Bars, man. That's a W photographer, man. I hit him up. I told him that I wanted to do like a one mic take or whatever for that song, Broken Perspectives. Because I feel like that's one of those stories where I need to add visuals to it in some way or fashion, but I wasn't ready to commit to a full blown like music video yet, for the simple fact of how many actors I was gonna need, how many different spots
for that song.
Yes, bro. Like it's right now I'm not ready to commit to that right now, so I just wanted to do something with it. I knew it was good like that. I needed to have something with it, because what I'm starting to notice, just putting like snippets of your music, it ain't really it no more. Like, right. Like people don't see that blue black screen with the perspective, skip right past that shit. Like
facts,
you gotta have some type of visuals to go with it to grab their attention, especially with like this TikTok era, everybody swipes. Right. So I just had to have something. So I linked up with Street Bars, and he looked out, bro. He showed love. He walked me through the whole process. That's my first time ever being on the camera, like with my music. So he was like, "Do this, come in this way." You know, he directed the whole thing.
Heavy though?
Yeah, he did. He really did. That's another thing. Like I was talking earlier about, like my need for validation. Like that shit really helped me out too a lot with confidence and everything. When he was like, "Let's do it." Like I was thinking about he was gonna get back to me like in a week or so. He's like, "Let's do it. Are you free tomorrow?" I'm like, "Damn, tomorrow." Shit, let's do it.
You jumped on it, right?
I jumped on it, bro, of course.
And that's the track that grabbed my attention. If you didn't know, like I hit you up under the comments and everything. I'm like, bro,
sure. I appreciate it, bro.
No. Appreciate God, because God gave you that talent. That shit just like, I was like, God damn. So ready to commit? Did you say that you're not ready to commit it financially for a video, or?
Yeah, like right now I'm not in the best position financially. Like I'm straight, but like for the care that I want to give,
that you want to put on it.
Exactly, the care that I want to give to that my entire project, because it's not just that one song, just one part of a 4-part story.
I know. Yeah.
So I want to put it and give it my everything.
Gotcha. Well, when you are ready, we have the best cameraman / movie maker in the building right now, Robbie Joe. Robbie Joe, you know, you're going to pay for what you get.
For sure.
But you're going to get some A+ shit. For sure. Misguided, the Heist interlude. This is my favorite track.
Yeah.
This is my favorite track. Bro, you, like you said, storytelling, bro, you went in on this one. And I do like how you brought the Kendrick ending to it. Yeah. Told the story of me and the homies. Like, bro, that track there is, like, are some of these stories real, or are these things that you have experienced or heard while you were growing up and you just put them into the music?
Right. So those are things that people have told me about. Like right now, none of those things have applied to me personally. I ain't going to shot nobody. I ain't chasing nobody.
Storyteller, yeah.
Right. But that shit that's happened though.
Right.
People don't tell me about these stories.
Right.
So I'm just able to articulate them in a way to where it seems like I was there.
Right.
So, but that's just how vividly people have gone into details with me about certain things, you know.
Well, I gotta tell you, bro. I do. Before we even keep going on to the interview, I really want you to commit yourself, because what you did with this album, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's gonna be hard to
top it.
Yes.
That's scary to think about.
No, but I don't want to scare you. But I want to tell you that you do have the potential because you are so good.
Yeah.
And the only way you're not gonna top it is if you fall off.
Sure. And
falling off is not being consistent, not studying, not listening, not trying, not doing. Apply yourself, because the fucking like the way you structure your music, the way you put the stories in, the way you put the time in, just putting the Rocky cutscene in the beginning, the interludes and the sounds that you have in between. Shim did some of this, right? Or most of it. He did the whole thing.
Oh, you know Shim?
Come on, man. Robbie, do we know Shim?
We know that one.
But I just, bro, you're good right now. You're good. And my biggest thing is, and I'm gonna tell you as well on the other side, I hate wasted talent. Yeah. I hate it. I hate people that have a waste of talent that don't apply themselves when they're so good. Yeah. So don't give up. Next is the Price of Love, the last track. Taking the time to listen to your art. Explain that first of all.
Everybody in life has obligations, right? They got things that they got going on. So they got they got jobs, they got families, they got things they got to take care of. And I think my album was like a 30-minute listen. But even in those 30 minutes, bro, they could have made, if you make $35 an hour, that's how much money in your pocket, you feel me?
Right.
It's the little things that add up. So just people taking the time out their day to listen to my music, like, it means the world to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like I keep saying, I'm gonna keep saying it, validation is very important to me. So the fact that people are actually going out their way to listen to me, out of anybody in the world they can listen to me, it means everything to me. It really does.
Facts. And then you stated, when you made this album, it was the darkest part of your life. What was actually going on, and how did you overcome it? If you got to put it in a nutshell, give it to.
So
it's your show. If you want to say everything, you can say everything.
Sure,
but give it to the people, make them understand what you were going through when you stated that this was the hardest part of your life.
So my mom had a stroke at the beginning of the start of last spring. I spoke about it on the song, and when you go from seeing somebody who was like a pillar of strength in your life, you feel me, to a shell of her former self, that shit really like fucks with you. Like it hurts me to look my mom in her face type shit. Like and I do wrong shit because of it. Like I don't go and see her as often as I should. Like she stays. Right now it's like a whole living situation because my parents got separated and shit.
Okay.
So she's with my mom. My mom and my dad they're back together because of the stroke, but they're with my aunt.
Gotcha.
So it's just me and my brother and my sister in the crib, and I was taking care of everything, you know. I don't go and see her as often as I should.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have the patience with her that I should. I feel, you know,
right.
Because I know that's hard as fuck to go through. Like, if it's hard for me as the son, ain't shit happened to me.
Imagine her.
Imagine what she's going through. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
She's just as strong as I remember her. She's probably stronger in her own damn head. You feel me?
Right.
And to have to rely on people now when you so used to being independent, you know, that shit just it hurts to think about a lot of times. You feel me?
How'd you overcome it?
Really my daughter, man. My daughter helped me pull through a lot of dark shit.
God bless.
Like I allude to it sometimes on the album, but like a lot of shit I cut out because it's just too dark. Like I don't really like back to Kid Cudi. Shout out Kid Cudi again, bro. Like I don't even like to speak on certain shit that I spoke about, like certain songs.
But is it therapy for you as well?
This entire album was just like a weight.
Right.
It's like
let off.
That album is heavy as fuck. Like
I heard it.
Like
that's why I asked you that question.
Like that's why I be telling people like I don't think this album will stream very well for the simple fact of a lot of that shit you can't replay it. Like a lot of that shit it was hard to do in the studio because I didn't want to keep saying the lines over. You feel me?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that shit hurt every time.
Right.
But now that I've gotten it out and I've had time to reflect and just look inward about everything and take that weight off my shoulders, like I said, I feel like I'm so much lighter now. I went made some more music. It's a completely different tone shift. It's crazy, bro.
As much as it hurts you, are you proud of it?
I'm super proud of that album, man. It's
okay.
Besides my daughter, right?
Right.
Best thing I've done in my life.
Amazing,
you know?
amazing,
it's crazy,
amazing, and it was a great album. It was. I heard the pain. I heard the hurt. I heard the knowledge. I heard the experience. I heard the growth. There's so much emotion in that album. Like people, if you're not in tune, The Price of Love, make sure y'all go check it out right now. It's out right now. Stream it. Get the numbers. I mean, me personally, I can tell you that it's something that everybody can relate to, although you have specific issues and topics on the track and on the track, excuse me, but everybody can relate to what you're going through, and we felt the pain. Well, I felt it.
I appreciate it.
Has your mom heard it?
I played it, but she not all the way there.
Okay, so she did your dad take care of her?
Like, yeah.
Okay.
So she has a nurse that comes
Right.
visits her and helps her out. My aunt, she's retired, so she's there
Good.
with her all the time.
Did your dad appreciate it?
Which part?
The track, the album.
I haven't played it for him yet.
Oh.
I was scared. I'm scared to play it for my father. I'm not gonna lie. My father we have a weird relationship.
Right.
Like he showed me how to be a man, but he didn't at the same time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
Well, you know what? Don't force it on him. Just say, Dad, check this interview I did.
yeah,
Let him watch this interview.
for sure.
And after he watches it, if he wants to watch it, hey, Pops, you want to watch it. Hey, you're doing a good job because you're in your son's life. My dad's not even in my life, and he lives 3 buildings down from me. So there you go,
That gotta
Pops.
hurt.
That's a reason right there for you to go watch it.
You know the vibes is Litty Willie from Litty Productions. I want to thank everybody that's been supporting us, sharing, liking, commenting, doing all that good stuff. Just to let y'all know, we got Instagram live videos, we got YouTube videos, we got all kinds of different productions. That's why we call ourselves Litty Productions. Make sure y'all hit me up if y'all looking for something at Litty Willie _, Litty Show Productions on Instagram, all that good stuff. Just make sure you hit me up. We out.
It's the Litty Show. The Litty Show.
You know the fucking vibes, man.
So here's our drinking game. You ready to drink?
Let's do it.
Are you old enough to drink?
Of course.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're 27. That's right.
Yeah.
Forgot, bro. You look like my son, bro. For real, you look like my son.
I get that a lot.
Dark skin version.
the
No,
cheeks.
you look like my son. Like, I'm gonna show you a picture of him. Overrated, underrated. So this game is intentionally made for you to drink. So I'm gonna ask you 2 things: left or right, black or blue. You gotta tell me which one's overrated, which one's underrated. If you don't answer, you gotta take a shot.
Okay.
But you have to answer the question.
Okay.
And you have to answer which one's overrated and which one's underrated.
I got you.
You ready?
Okay.
So, straight off the rip, which one's overrated, which one's underrated? Kid Cudi, Travis Scott.
Travis Scott overrated. Kid Cudi underrated.
Okay. Drake, Kendrick Lamar.
Oh shit. What a shot glass.
You can make your own taste. Go ahead, that's yours. Flipped upside down. You don't have to pour it to the rim because you won't be able to drive home. So take a little taste. Go away with it. No homo. Next one. J. Cole, Big Sean.
Ooh, bro in the back finna be mad at me.
J. Cole. Go ahead.
Big Sean underrated.
Yes.
If I have to make it up to Big Sean underrated.
J. Cole overrated? You gotta say it. If not, you gotta take another shot.
J. Cole, I'll take the shot, bro.
Okay.
Big Sean underrated though.
Big Sean is big underrated.
Big underrated.
Them boys didn't fuck with Big Sean neither. You don't have to take it off, top it off neither. 'Cause I don't want nobody to get a DUI. Pinecrest is a motherfucker.
Man.
Overrated, underrated. R&B, hip hop. Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
Hip hop is definitely underrated now.
Mm-hmm.
R&B can be overrated. R&B is overrated.
Okay. Recording music or busting down a bad bitch? Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
Busting down a bad bitch, overrated.
Okay.
Recording music, underrated.
Smart artist, man. Okay. And the last one, since you took 2 shots, I think you're good. Love from a woman or respect from a woman? Which one's overrated? Which one's underrated?
I think. Ooh, that's a tough one.
Mm-hmm. You can take a shot if you want.
No, let's do. let's do. I feel like they're gonna one and the same. I don't want to buck the question though. Let's do love. Overrated.
Okay.
Respect underrated.
Got you. All right. Respect. You survived. You survived the game.
Barely.
You took 2.
Get every right.
I'll take one with you. You ever seen the movie Blow?
Nah.
Okay, the movie Blow, Johnny Depp, he's trying to sell him cocaine.
Mm-hmm.
Cocaine's really good. And the guy's like, oh my God, this is great. I can't feel my face. And he says, you want a line? Fuck it, we'll all do a line. Fuck it, we'll all take a shot here. I don't do coke, though, just for the record. Never did, and I can't say never will, but I don't think I will. Like a city whose walls are broken through is a person who lacks self-control. Proverbs 25:28. Why do you have Proverbs 25 listed on your Instagram profile?
Funny enough, I think I quoted the wrong Proverbs.
Well, 25 is the whole thing.
I meant a specific line in Proverbs.
Talk to
it
me,
was
which
about the wrath. I can't directly quote it right now.
Oh, break it down. Listen, it's your show.
Basically-
You can
basically
explain it
right-
however you want. Come on.
Basically, it was saying investing into the wrong women will bring you down. Basically, like I can't remember the exact phrasing of the verse.
That's fine.
But it's basically saying if you indulge in wicked women or women who are not on the right path, inevitably it will lead to your demise.
Right.
So, and I ain't gonna lie, when I broke up with my BM, I was like real bitter. I can't lie.
Right.
So stuff like that, when I heard that, I'm like, damn, that shit's really real. But like, it's some truth behind it, as far as my regard. But I feel like that was the line I was directing to. Right.
Got you. Love has scarred all of us, but love also is a beautiful thing because I tell people there's a difference between empathy and love. Pause. Robbie, can you close that door for me? I'm sorry.
Which one?
Small. This microphone is too good and I know it's going to catch it. 3, 2.
We started or?
No, we're good. I'll cut that out. 3, 2, 1. Love and empathy are 2 different things, and I feel like you can love anything. You can love your phone. You can love your car. We need love to go forward on things, but I also believe that empathy. I think love is more biblical and empathy is more human. I think love is like, because to love somebody, if somebody ran over your brother on a hit and run and they were drunk, you would have to love them if you're going biblical, no matter what happens.
Forgive them for what they did. Right.
You still have to love your neighbor, you know what I'm saying? But empathy, I think, is the first step to loving. So understanding
why they were drunk.
Right.
What caused them to feel the need to do that.
You feel me?
Type shit.
So I think empathy comes first, and I think love is used, and we're expecting it way too much, and I think that's why we get hurt a lot, is because we're expecting love from people, and we're not understanding that people are gonna peep, humans are gonna human, like they're gonna do some human shit, and we're expecting undevoted love from people, which that's not.
Yeah.
It's not, you know.
Some people don't know how to love properly.
Right, because, like I said, you're not gonna love the guy that killed your brother,
Right.
but you will love your brother if he killed somebody.
Yeah. You would want understanding for your brother.
Right, you feel me? But if it was the other way around,
You won't want no understanding.
you know, you want it. So I think having empathy is the first thing to understand true love. So being, you know, empathetic with people and understanding them, and then once you're empathetic and you understand somebody, at that point you can say, okay, I want to go further and try to understand this person and love them, or B, okay, you're fucked up, I feel for you, but I don't want to deal with you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sorry I went left with it, real, but empathy is needed before love. Put it like that.
Okay.
In my opinion.
For sure.
A lot of people say that they don't live in regret. They don't regret nothing in life. I believe that's a cliche. Do you regret anything, or do you wish you could have did anything better that you did in the past that you can't do today?
I'm not gonna say I live life without regrets. I do know a lot of people does say that. I don't feel like it's necessarily regret. It's more so like, I could have handled this situation better. I could have done this. But is that in itself regret?
Sort of.
Thinking about like, hey, I could have did this better. Like, I'll bring up the situation with my baby mama, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people will get on the internet and shit on their partner after a breakup or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, she did her wrong, but I wasn't perfect either in that relationship.
Correct.
Like, I'm learning now more about women. Like, women really want to be like catered to, and they want attention. They want you to love. They just want to know that you love them. And I wasn't doing that for her. I could be honest. Like, I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, but I wanted her to do what I want her to do. You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Like, I think I got like into the red pill shit a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
50-50 this and provider male and you supposed to cook and clean while I come home ain't shit. You know,
Right.
I let that shit brainwash me a little bit, and it led me to like neglect my girlfriend at the time, my big mama.
Right.
It led me to treat her worse. When in reality, we could have worked it out.
Yeah.
We could have talked about it.
Right.
You know, it's
Right.
a bunch of different ways as opposed to just shutting down. Okay, I'm not gonna talk to you. I come home and shit ain't clean. I'm not talking to you today. You know, that's fucked up.
And I also think that, I mean, it's also immaturity, young, not knowing life, not understanding, you know, and emotions. What has been your biggest lesson in this whole music industry? Musical journey, because you're not in the industry yet, per se.
Right.
But in your whole musical journey, what has been your biggest lesson?
To be true to self, man. I feel like if you go into the studio and you speak something that you can relate to or that's coming from you, there's somebody out there who will resonate with you. But if you go trying to be somebody else, people can tell, you know?
Right.
Like I always say this when I'm talking about my records, like presence, you know? If I can't feel it, then why am I in here?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, if I feel it, I think I said it on one of my songs, like, if we don't feel it, they ain't gonna feel it. Like, I need to get on this song and I need them to feel what I'm saying, or there's no point in me coming in here and talking about this shit.
Right.
So that's why I kind of like, I don't want to diss no. Let me just stop right there, because I was about to go into Taz. I think that's Tito's doing that shit.
Nah, Tito's is good though. It's a truth speaker.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
3 pieces of advice. What's the best piece of advice you got from a family member? Best piece of advice you got from a friend? And best piece of advice you got from a person in business?
Okay. So the best piece of advice I got from a family member, this was when I was way younger. My big brother, he taught me a lesson early, and I'm so glad he taught it to me because he saved me from a situation down the line. So it was his neighbor, right? And I thought the neighbor girl was cute. I was probably like 7, 8 years old, and she would never give me no play, bro. Never. She never wanted to fuck with me, none of that shit. So one day she was being real nice to me, like, and I'm like, and I didn't really pay no attention. Like, damn, finally you give me a chance.
Yeah.
She told me, "Can you give me a pickle at your house?" And like, you know, down south shit. That's the pickle eggs, all that shit. So my brother see me run back in the house and running back out to give her. He's like, bro, where you going with that? He's like, oh, this for the girl right over here. He's like, what the fuck you doing that for? She never talked to you before? And now you running to give her this shit now? Like, he's like, bro, listen, a girl's gonna take you for all you can give her if you let her. If she wasn't fucking with you when you ain't had a pickle, don't fuck with her now that you do got a pickle.
Ooh.
So I learned that lesson
Young game.
Hey, Maceo, appreciate that, my boy. Like, you taught me that shit young, man.
Best piece of advice from a friend.
Well, I gotta give it to Matt. Shout out Il Matt, man.
Shout out my brother, Il Matt.
So it was like I already told you, Matt's my barber, right?
Yeah.
Well, Matt is a dope rapper, man. Y'all gotta shout out. I mean, y'all gotta go check out Matt too.
Nasty.
Matt was giving me a cut one day, and we got into a deep conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was talking to him about shit that I was embarrassed with in my past. Like, I was talking to him about hanging around with fake people, doing fake shit, and I had a fake chain. I wore a fake chain before, trying to fit in with somebody. You feel me? And when I tell you that, I was telling him, like, bro, I'm embarrassed of that shit. Like, I hate to even had gone through that phase in my life, to where looking back on it now, it's cringeworthy. Like, I'm really trying to impress people who don't give a fuck about me. You feel me?
Right.
And he told me, bro, never regret nothing you've done. Everything you've done has led you to this moment.
That's a fact.
So when I put that shit into broken perspective, it was like, that was real shit. He told me that shit in that chair. Everything you've done has led you to this moment. You know, man, this is your chance. I'd be damn, I'd let you blow it. And I had to start crying in the chair. Wipe the tears, young man. These God's plans. Like, it's real. This is real shit that happened. Like, so shout out Matt, man. Me and Matt, we be having conversations. It's low before that conversation and low after that conversation.
Yeah.
And the rapping has been like just on a crazy uphill projection since that conversation, bro. So
let me tell you how close me and Matt is. So I did an interview with him because I'm just a fan of his music, whatever the case may be. But his son, that's how crazy it is. His son hangs out with my son in school, and his daughter is friends with my daughter. Me and Matt danced, and the daddy-daughter danced together with our daughters. That's how like me and how close me and Matt is. So shout out to him, man. Il Matt's a nasty fucking rapper.
Crazy.
He shouted me out plenty of times in his music. So shout out to Il Matt. And best piece of advice a business person has given me.
So I'm gonna give it to my old manager from Publix. Her name is Martha. She told me, you're gonna have good managers, you're gonna have bad managers, but you need to be able to learn from both. You need to take good things from good people, and the bad things you see bad people doing, do the opposite. Don't be like them.
Shout out to Martha. That's some good shit.
Yeah,
I
bro.
hated Publix. That was my first job. I hated that motherfucker.
I hate them.
Felt like a
I did
slave
stay
in that place,
ass in one of my new songs. Fuck Publix.
Fuck Publix. If you could do
That was my first job too.
that was your first job too?
Yeah.
Fuck Publix, right?
You got a weird story. You said that
If you had an opportunity to do a feature with one person dead, one person alive, who would they be? Any genre.
Any genre. Damn. Any genre.
One dead, one alive.
So alive,
Uh-huh.
I think I want to say. I think it's a toss up between.
Don't say Kendrick. Take Kendrick out.
No, I actually wasn't finna say him.
Okay,
actually.
okay.
Between Cole and Jid.
Okay. Fuck with that.
A toss up between them two. And Dead.
Remember, any genre. It doesn't have to
Any
be hip hop.
Ooh.
If you want to use hip hop, you can, but it could be
Maybe
any
I
genre.
get some vocals from Mike.
Ooh, okay.
That's something a little crazy.
Okay.
Get some vocals from Mike. Maybe a verse from Big. That shit would go down.
So you mixing a whole fucking. You broke the salary cap. Nah, you broke the salary cap. If you could talk to 16-year-old Lo right now, what would you tell him?
Get away from those people who aren't on the same wavelength as you. Don't try and follow behind people. Be yourself. You don't have to be like everybody else. You can be you. Start being you now, so we can already be where we need to be.
Facts. You talk. Before I get to my next question, you do talk about peer pressure and people that you have hanged out with, done things with. Do you also thank God that you didn't do half the things that the people you were hanging out with were doing?
Yes, bro. I thank God because, like, a lot of people I don't think have had that moment with God yet. I feel
Right.
like that's why a lot of people are on the fence about it, whether they believe, whether they don't believe. Do they think he's real? Is he not real? Bro, I've had God literally protect me. Like, it was a time where, and you could look at it as something minor, but in reality, in that time, in that moment, it could have went left. Like, it was at school, right? And it was at Homestead. We was in the little portables. We was skipping. They was smoking and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Something told me, go, leave. Do not stay here with them. Leave.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, who is this talking to me? So I walk, leave, going about my business. Bro, not even 3 minutes later, all they ass getting walked out by the school resource officer, bro. All of them getting walked out. I'm like, damn, that's some crazy. That would have been the worst ass whooping of my life.
Right.
Feel me?
Right.
Like, you think about it and, it's just an ass whooping. But in reality, little shit like that is what leads you to him.
Yeah.
To God.
For sure. Amen.
It's the small things.
Amen.
I had another situation where I was younger. I should have fucking drowned, right? I was probably like 1-2 years old. In San Remo. You know, the fucking lake, the canal, right? With Jaws, you remember Jaws?
Right, yeah.
So my brother was out fishing at the gazebo, so he left out before me, but he didn't lock the little shit.
Latch, yeah.
So I got out the crib. I had to went into the canal. So like, of course I don't remember this. People have told me the story.
Right.
So my brother hears something hit the water. So he thinking it's a fucking fish. He trying to look and see what it was. He just see me floating. My diaper the diaper's the only thing keeping me up, bro. Yes. So he take off his shit, jump in the water, come and get me. It's just shit like that, you know. Like, what if he wouldn't have cared? Like,
God has you here for a
feel
reason.
me?
Yeah.
That's why I look at it like too, man. And another thing too, with this music shit, like, some of my songs, I write them like the night before, and I go in the studio and I lay them just like that.
Damn.
Like, bro, that's nobody but God. No, I'm not good enough to just go do that on my own. You feel me? If that was the case, I would have been doing it however many years ago.
Right.
But now I feel like I'm in tune with myself and what I need to be doing. I told you, my album, boom, I laid that album, but I went back again and I did like 6 more songs. I did a session of 3 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
So the last 3 songs that I did, bro, I wrote them all the night before. It took me less than 30 minutes, and I went and I did 1 or 2 takes for all of them.
Right.
So at this point, I feel like it's not me; it's beyond me. I feel like I'm doing this shit for a reason. Yeah,
spiritual. And what I want to add to it is, I think God also got your back, because I do believe that if you went through what you went through with your moms and you weren't doing this music, you would have really broke down.
For sure.
I think you know, we would. I don't even think crashed out, but I think, you know, you would have been in maybe a very unhealthy, emotional, mental place if you weren't doing that. So God presented you that situation like, yo, little bro, I'm gonna give you something to do while you're gonna go through this. It's gonna suck, but
for sure,
it's gonna help you, and it may be for a reason, and it will be for a reason, not even may. Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
So I'm 26 right now. I actually turned 27 next week.
Mm-hmm.
So by the time I'm 30, I want to be what I want to be in 3 years. I want to be realistic, but I also want to like try and manifest too.
Okay.
I don't want to say double XL. I think double XL is dying, but I wish that double XL is what it used to be, because for the longest I wanted to be on double XL so bad. Yeah, like just the magazine, the cover, everything that comes with it. Like, you're next up. I keep saying validation. Like, you're next up.
I want you to start speaking in positive affirmations.
Yeah.
Because you use a lot of words like if, when. Yeah. I want you to start saying when. Like, excuse me, not when. If. Right. Or you do. I want you to start projecting yourself into making those shits happen. Right. Shout out to the black, beautiful Aquarius Swan motherfucker. He's over here. Hey, you can come through. You can come sit on this side. You're not gonna be on the camera, so just come through and sit on the side. Shout out to King Docious in the building. Any specific artists that you want to work with that you haven't worked with yet in Miami?
We spoke about it earlier. Renee. Okay. Renee, we need to get on the track, Renee. But like you were saying earlier, Matic go crazy too, bro.
Hey, Matt
Matt, that's already me and Matt finna have a tape, so
Okay.
that's already in the process.
We the first people that hear this?
Y'all the first people to hear it. Y'all hearing it first. Me and Ill met it.
Okay. Any shout outs before we close out? Shout outs to anybody?
Woo. Where do I
Say
start?
God first, yeah.
Of course. God first and foremost. Without him, nothing is possible, man. Shout out to my moms, to my pops. Thank y'all for leading me on the right path. Woo. Where do I start? Shout out. Let me just knock them out quick. Matt, Renee, Sonara, Demi, Vontae, Said, Maceo. Ooh, if I'm forgetting anybody, please forgive me. Y'all know it's love, man. Shout out to y'all.
I talked about this in his interview. I forgot what we said, that how we kind of measured it to the point where we say God, our parents, and everybody else that supports us. Let's make it simple like that.
Sure.
Where can the people find you, your music, all that good shit at?
Lo4Short on all platforms: Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube Music, TikTok. If that's what you're into.
Spread it out.
So it's Lo4Short, Lo4Short.
You know, because you say it with that kind of like swag and that juice.
Yeah.
It's like we don't. Yo, I want to thank you. I want to tell you that you got 2 albums out. But one official, because the SoundCloud one you don't like to. You said it's cringy. It was a different name and thing like that.
Yeah, it's a different person.
But I don't brag about myself. But I want to tell you how much I've appreciated your music. That when I heard your shit, I said I gotta have him on here. Like I'm interviewing you next to people that are working fucking 10, 15 years of their life in music. But I really want you to understand like how much I really appreciate your music now. I want to say it on record because I'm a person that believe on camera because I can't take it back. I want to see you grow, no homo. I want to see you surpass this shit. I want to make sure that great album that you just put out, you surpass that and you do something better. I want to see you be consistent. Now, even if that next one you put out doesn't be better than the one you put out,
yeah,
I want to see you try to do that. I don't want to see you give up. I don't want you to be a fucking, oh, I did that and it was cool and I said now I'm going back and I'm gonna work in public. No, I don't want to see that. But I want you to keep trying. Yeah, fuck Publix. I want you to keep trying. I want you to keep doing. I want you to stay consistent. I want you to connect. I want you to make sure that you're just collaborating with people. You're talking with people. I just gave you Amari's Instagram. I'm gonna give you his Instagram. Sure. You already know Renee. You already know Matic. But I want you to make sure that you are not giving up because you have a talent. And if anything angers me in this entertainment business, it's a waste of talent. Somebody that got something. Because I hate you rappers because I wish I was a rapper. So when I see these stupid rappers waste their talent, it angers me because I always say I wanted to be that guy. Yeah. I wanted to be him, and you're wasting it. You suck. You're no good at night. So keep it up. You know, all jokes aside, brother. I appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Keep going and doing what you're doing.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me, man.
Litty Willie, this is the Litty Show. Season 7, 8 years doing this, and we out this bitch.
You know the fucking vibe, man.